Hi guys, welcome to our channel Share Experience. In this video we are going to talk about what is trial balance, why we are preparing trial balance and how to prepare trial balance. First we will see what is trial balance. The first step in preparing the final accounts is preparation of the trial balance. Trial balance is a statement which contains all the account balances irrespective to real, nominal and personal. First, for all our business transactions, we prepare journal entries or subsidiary books. Then we post them into ledger. All the ledger balances are gathered and put in a statement, and that statement is called trial balance. So, trial balance is not an account, it is a statement. Now you may get a doubt why we should prepare trial balance. We follow double entry system in accounting. As per this system, every transaction has giving aspect and receiving aspect. All our business transactions have debit balances and credit balances, and these two balances should match or tally at the end of the trial balance. In order to check the arithmetic accuracy of all the accounts in ledger, we prepare trial balance. Now we will see how to prepare trial balance. Here we have to assume ourselves as company. Say we are XYZ company. Assume that we have prepared the journal entries for all the transactions and posted them into ledger. Right now what you are seeing on the screen are ledger accounts and their balances. If you haven't watched my videos on journal entries and ledger, please go and watch it. I'll leave the link in the description below. Now we'll see the trial balance pro forma. In this pro forma, we have 4 columns, that is account title or particulars, LF number, debit amount and credit amount. In account title, we will mention the ledger account name, and in the LF number, here I have kept it blank for my presentation sake. Ledger folio number is the page number in which this account appears in the ledger. In the debit amount column, we will mention the debit amount, and in the credit amount column, we will mention credit amount. Now we will see the problem for trial balance. Here I have mentioned golden rules of accounting for personal account, real account and nominal account. Based on these rules, we are going to prepare trial balance. Our first account is capital and the balance is 1,14,000. Now we have to identify under which account the capital account falls. Here capital falls under personal account because capital is invested by the owner of the company, so the owner comes under personal account, that is all person names and company names fall under personal account. The personal account rule is debit the receiver, credit the giver. Here owner is giving the capital to the business, so we need to credit owner's capital. So the balance 1,14,000 will come under credit side of the trial balance. Now we will mention the account name in the particulars column, that is capital, and we will mention 1,14,000 under credit amount column. Our next account is interest paid. So interest paid is an expense. So all expenses fall under nominal account. So the rule for nominal account is debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So as per nominal account, expense should be debited. So we are debiting interest paid amount. Now we will mention the type of account under particulars. Now we will mention the balance in the debit column, debit amount column, that is 7,250. Our next account is wages. Here we are considering wages as paid. So wages will come under expenses. So expenses falls under nominal account. So the rule for nominal account is debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Hence we are debiting wages. So now we will mention wages in the particulars column and amount in the debit column, debit amount column, that is 9,450. Our next account is rent paid. Rent paid is an expense. All expenses comes under nominal account. The rule of nominal account is debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So we are debiting rent. Now we will mention rent in the particulars column and we will mention 7,250 in the debit amount column. Our next account is postage and telegram expenses. So expenses will come under nominal account, so expense should be debited. Now we will mention postage and telegram expenses in particulars column and 7,250 in debit amount column. Now the next account is plant and machinery. Plant and machinery are assets. All assets will come under real account. So the rule for real account is debit what comes in and credit what goes out. So machinery is coming into the business. So we are debiting the machinery. Now we will mention the plant and machinery in the particulars column and 66,050 in the debit amount column. Our next account is furniture. So furniture is an asset. So furniture comes under real account. The rule for real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So furniture is coming into the business. So we have to debit furniture. Now we will mention furniture in the particulars column and we will mention 31,050 in the debit amount column. Our next account is debtors. Debtors are bills receivables. Bills receivables are gains. So all gains comes under nominal account. Nominal account rule says to credit the gains. So we are crediting debtors. So we will mention debtors in the particulars column and 20,050 in the credit amount column. Our next account is drawings. Drawings are expenses. So all expenses comes under nominal account. As per nominal account rule, we have to debit all expenses. So we will mention drawings in the particulars column and 12,050 in the debit column. Our next account is creditors. So all creditors comes under expenses or payables. So all payables and expenses comes under nominal account. As per nominal account rule, we have to debit all payables and expenses. So we are mentioning creditors in the particulars column and 12,000 in the debit amount column. Our next account is sales returns. Here sales means gain or income. Sales returns means loss. So all losses and expenses comes under nominal account. So as per nominal account rule, debit all expenses and losses. So we are debiting sales returns. So we have to mention sales returns in the particulars column and 11,650 in the debit amount column. Our next account is purchase returns. Purchase returns are considered as gain. So all gains comes under nominal account. As per nominal account rule, incomes and gains should be credited. So we have to credit purchase returns. Now we will mention purchase returns in the particulars column. 600 in the credit amount column. Our next account is discount allowed. Discount allowed is an expense. So expenses comes under nominal account. As per nominal account rule, debit all expenses. So we will mention discount allowed in the particulars column and 6,450 in the debit amount column. Our next account is stock. Stock is an asset. All assets comes under real account. So the rule for real account is debit what comes in and credit what goes out. So stock is coming into business. So we are debiting stock. Now we will mention stock in the particulars column and 12,050 in the debit amount column. Our next account is purchases. Purchases is an expense. Expenses comes under nominal account. As per nominal account rule, expense should be debited. So we will mention purchases in the particulars column and 20,650 in the debit amount column. Our last account is sales. Sales is considered as income. All incomes comes under nominal account. So as per nominal account, income should be credited. Now we will mention sales in the particulars column. And 84,600 in the credit amount column. Now we have to total the debit amount and credit amount separately and see if these are matching. Now the debit amount total is 2,03,150 and the credit amount total is 2,19,250 and it is not matching with each other. Now we have a difference of 16,100. So we will mention this difference under suspense account. For that we will type suspense account in the particulars column and mention 16,100 in the debit amount column. The reason we are mentioning in the debit amount column is, in the debit amount column it has got less amount compared to credit amount column. Now the balances are matching with each other. This is how we need to prepare trial balance. If you guys have any questions, please post in the comment section below. And if you like my explanation, please do subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon. Please do watch our videos on journal, ledger and golden rules of accounting. Thanks a lot for watching this video.